Hello students, welcome to the second video lecture of electrostats, and we are going to proceed further in the same chapter, that is chapter number 1, electric charges and fields. So last video lecture we went through the Coulomb's law and there was a term permittivity K, so we are going to elaborate that one only. So our heading is the relative permittivity or dielectric constant. Before defining permittivity, let us consider a question: what will be the magnitude of the electrostatic force between two charges kept at the same distance? First of all in vacuum, and second time they are kept in some other medium like water or glass slab, etc. It means the same charges, same magnitude charges are kept firstly in vacuum, and second time they are kept in other medium like water or glass slab. The distance between the charges is kept same in both the conditions, either in the vacuum or in water or glass slab. Let's see. The answer is the force between them is greatly affected. So when they are kept in vacuum, and then after that when they are kept in water or glass slab, so force will be greatly affected. And let us take an example. If the two charges placed at the same distance in water and then in air, the force between the two charges in water becomes about 1/80th of the force between them in the air. This is because absolute permittivity of water is about 80 times as large as the absolute permittivity of the free space. Permittivity is a property of the medium which determines the electric force between the two charges in the medium. It means what? When the charges are kept in the air and then they are kept in water, so it is found that the force between the charges in water becomes 1/80 times the force between the same pair of charges at the same distance in air, because we find the different absolute permittivities in the different media like water and vacuum. So how can we determine these permittivity in different media? In the same regard, we are going to have a formula. Let's see that. Permittivity definition we have already got in the last slide also, is a property of the medium which determines the electric force between the two charges in the medium. It means if the charges are kept in vacuum, then how much is the influence of forces there in vacuum? If the same charges are kept in other medium like water or glass slab, paraffin, wax, then what is the influence of force? This is determined by the permittivity. So let us take an example. The same pair of charges are firstly kept in vacuum and then they are kept in another medium. So when they are kept in vacuum, the force between them 1/4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. When they are kept in other medium, the force between them is 1/4 pi epsilon naught into epsilon r q1 q2 by r square. So this expression can also be written as Fm, that is force between the charges, is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon m. So at the place of epsilon naught into epsilon r, we are writing epsilon m q1 q2 by r square, where epsilon m is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space, epsilon r is the relative permittivity of that medium, and epsilon is called as absolute permittivity of any medium. So absolute permittivity is represented by epsilon also and epsilon m also. So here we can have the relation also between the relative permittivity, absolute permittivity, and the permittivity of free space. And if we have to calculate the relative permittivity, so we can calculate with this formula. even if you have to calculate the absolute permittivity. So that also we can do with the same formula. So hopefully you understood. Let's proceed. Now we are going to proceed towards the Coulomb's law in vector form. So let's see the vector form of Coulomb's law. Here we are going to have the two positive charges plus q1 plus q2 placed at distance r. The unit vector r12 is directed from q1 to q2. Force exerted on 1 by 2, that is a repulsion force, is towards left. Force exerted on 2 by 1, another repulsion force, because these charges are plus q1 and plus q2. So F21 is towards right because of the repulsion. So if both the charges are positive, of course their product is greater than 0. So vector F12, force exerted on 1 by 2, is expressed as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, and unit vector r21. So r21 is directed from charge q2 to q1, and r12 is directed from charge q1 to q2. Similarly, we can write the force exerted on 2 by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, unit vector r12. So the same condition we can have if the pair of charges are negative. In that particular condition also we can write the expression. And if one charge is positive, another charge is negative, so in that case also we can write the expressions for the mutual forces. So now you can see, if we observe these two expressions for F12 and F21, so R12, unit vector R12 and unit vector R21 are in opposite direction. So we can have the expression or we can have the conclusion that vector R21 is minus of vector R12. So finally we can write the vector F12, force exerted on 1 by 2, is opposite to the force exerted on 2 by 1. So this particular expression is satisfied in all the three cases. You can see the first box, the pair of charges are positive. Second box, the pair of charges are negative. And the third box, the pair of among the pair of charges, one is positive, another is what? Negative. So this is the description of Coulomb's law in vector form. Hopefully you understood. Further we will proceed with the next topic in the next video lecture. Till that time, keep on studying, keep on working hard. Thank you so much.